you go. There you go.
All right, where you have me going, man? I'm knocking on people's Zoom doors like, let me in. What's happening? I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised. Like in a couple of weeks, you would get a whole nother Kanye, maybe an EP, or maybe like a 10-song, maybe a 10-song revised. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It
You
took
know,
a
like
week to
cause
listen
you
to
know
that.
Chris Brown. You know Chris Brown was going off cause his
Soulja Boy too.
Yeah,
Soulja Boy too,
Brown
right?
called him a whole hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Soulja Boy went off on him. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Right.
You weren't gonna use my verse, so I can see where it probably why not finish.
Why do you think Kanye would scrap that song with Andre 3000, man? Because that's what I was just telling Obeah. Regardless of how trash you may feel the track is, you don't scrap nothing.
But that wasn't trash. It wasn't trash.
It wasn't. Why it ain't on the album though?
You know what I think though? I think a couple things we can't forget. First of all, I am a Kanye fan, full disclosure. So that's first. But I think if I am to believe Kanye's statement that he posted after the album was released, is that it was released without his authorization. Okay. So I personally don't think he was finished. And I guess whoever at Universal or whatever label he on decided we waited long enough. And so if that's how that worked, that's how that worked. When I read the statement that 3000 said about it, I think, and he made a point, because I noticed like all the N words on the album have been edited out. And overall, the theme of the album is more of a gospel feel than just your traditional, I'm gonna rap about whatever. And so 3000 was like, he didn't know it was supposed to be a quote unquote clean verse. And his verse ain't clean.
Right. I would have put Andre 3000 over Jay-Z.
Oh, definitely.
But I did like the Jay-Z verse though.
Oh yeah, I did too. But I'd rather Andre.
But yeah, Andre 3000 verse was amazing.
Yeah, you know Andre 3000 gonna be amazing anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the Kanye. I don't know why you got Drake picture up. It really
because we're gonna talk about both of them.
I ain't even listened to Aubrey. I ain't listened to Mr.
It's okay. Like, yeah, it's okay. We had neither. It's okay.
Yeah. It's hard for me to listen to. Right. Like I say, I know he gonna stick to the formula. You're gonna have 3 number 1 hits out there, and you gonna beat all type of records, and I'm still gonna not listen to the album. Probably have not listened to the album.
I know, right? Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. But I think Kanye album is going. I think it's got so many, just sonically, it's got so many different sounds. I think that like it's going, the sound of music is gonna change. I think he's done that with previous projects. I think what was that first album he had like a lot of auto tune on? Was that 808?
Oh yeah, the first one where he changed
auto tune. Yeah,
was with the sped up sample.
With the sped up sample,
yeah,
right?
With that, and everybody started using that. That's when he changed it, and everybody started using that.
Right. That's what I think is happening. I think it's enough sound sonically in there for so many different artists to take something away and don't even know they subconsciously promoting it. I think we're gonna hear the theme. We're gonna be able to find like the primer for the beginning of a new sound, which encourages me, because if you can have a number 1 album and all this or whatever, and be able to talk about the subject matter he's talking about, have the features that he has, musically and sonically, it sound like that, I think it's going to inspire a lot more artists to be free in that space. So I am encouraged when I listen to it, because it sounds like what Kanye is on right now, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And this is how I classify this as a classic to me. No, it's not a classic to me. Is it a masterpiece? Of course it is. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece of work. It's a body of work that's masterfully done. Is it a classic to me? My opinions, I say, cause first to me, it's too long. It kind of, you see what I'm saying? And that's my opinion.
Yeah. I'm with you, Obeah. I think it's a masterpiece. I don't think it's a classic, but I do think that it's a masterpiece because it is way. It's like 89 songs.
Just like they said, like it's like a open buffet for rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like you can come there and eat from any style he giving you. Like let's take Jail for instance. You know what I'm saying? That rock edge. You know what I'm saying? And that and it's like pure guitar adrenaline, but if you notice, there's no drums in it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Take
like
what you want.
Yeah. You know, it reminds me of some like Billy Badass. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Like you just on like, you know, it make me feel like say the Fonzie days with the leather jacket and type shit. It got that feel to me, like that rock and roll cool ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That was one of my favorites. That was one of the songs I liked.
Like I tell you, when I first started, like first heard, I'm like scanning through it real quick. Kill hit me, asked me what I thought about it. I say shit, I think it suck right now. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm just listening to like the 15-second intro. You see what I'm saying? To see what's gonna happen. And like it wasn't catching me like that. You know what I'm saying? But then when she said, okay, let's review it, I said, okay, I'm finna listen to it. And as I listen to it, like it draw me in, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like certain things, like even with the Donda, like when we was talking to you yesterday, you told me it was the heartbeat of his mom, last heartbeat. I'm like, oh man, yeah. You know, that's genius.
So like, okay, so you know at the very beginning of the Donda chant, where it be like Donda. So I really keep in mind this internet. The earth is flat. It's a room. This is what a headline said online. But they would say it's supposed to mimic her heartbeat, her last heartbeat. If you listen to the Donda, it kind of sound like the boom, 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 Donda, 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 you know, and it's like her heart was racing or whatever. And I was like, oh man, so it's kind of spooky to listen to it now.
Okay, so let me say this. That was Selena Johnson that did the chant. They were showing it the other night and they was talking about it. And she said the chant, she did the chant and it was supposed to been like, she was like, it's like meditative. You know, like when you're meditating, Donda. And it was soothing. So she said that's why they did it, because she did have quite a few things to say about the album, because you know a lot of people were saying it felt demonic and this, and she was like, no, she was like, the boy misses mama, that's all it's about, the boy misses mama.
Right, but like why would they, I didn't hear no demonic in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely didn't hear demonic.
It was scary to me at first. When I first heard it, I was like, wait a minute, okay.
I thought it was more like a little chant, and then I thought it was like something like to set the tone of the album. That was my first thought. What are your thoughts of the song? Like Jail itself, like
I like, you know, I'm a rock girl. I love me some guitars, baby. So he had me with the guitars and you know the whole hip hop.
Yeah, the little chant,
the mesh. I was
right. Guess who's going to jail?
And I like the hook.
I like that. I like that. Like I say, it's on some Billy Badass type, you know, leather coat type.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a conversation that he having, like between the officer and then somebody on the phone that he calling.
I think he calling this girl, you know what I'm saying? And then got in trouble and she like, man, I ain't messing with you. Like, no, man.
Exactly.
We ain't going through this shit no more.
Right.
You got to grow up now.
Right. So he was like, okay, then you're going to be in that single. I guess God going to post. So it tell a story, but I ain't even catch it till like the third or fourth time I listened to it. So I appreciate that it kept giving, it kept unfolding. It kept unraveling.
Yeah. What about the Jay-Z verse? You think Jay-Z blessed him?
I think he just did this right here. Here you go.
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed, honestly, with the Jay-Z verse. I wasn't impressed.
You know what? So again, I'm claiming fanboy. I think that Jay-Z and Kanye West are self-aware. So I don't even think, I think they really be trying to say cryptic shit now all the time. I don't even think it's about where this verse rank as far as the quality of a verse. I think both of them are just, this is what I'm trying to say, and it's Jay-Z saying it on a beat. So when I listen to it, and I listen to where they are in their career and how they be falling out and back and whatever, the fact that Jay-Z has a verse on the Kanye project, you know what I'm saying, and on the Drake project, which I didn't want to talk about. I did listen to that song.
Yeah.
To me, it just shows like where they all are in the game. Like that matters.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? The fact that it even matters, like it matters that a Jay-Z verse is on there at all. Like,
right.
Me, like he had
With
3 sold out listening parties before his album even dropped, 2 different states. Like, just like who does that?
Yeah.
He went in. He went in on the little verse, you know. Especially like the one, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I got him now. You know what I'm saying? They got to stop all that red capping.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's
yeah, but I mean, no verse on the whole Donda thing. The best verse on the whole Donda album was the verse that's not on the album.
Which one? Andre 3000.
Hell
yeah. Right, exactly.
Right.
And we all can agree on that.
How Drake end up leaking it though?
I gotta say it was
being petty.
But how he even get it?
That's what I was telling Obeah. There's no telling. Like they could have had the same producer. It could have been somebody in Kanye's camp. Like it could have been anything. But Drake did it being petty, okay? Because how you done took this time and made this album, but you left off a very important piece of the
best song on the album.
Yeah,
the best song
that's why I gotta say.
Album.
Yeah. That's why I have to agree with Kanye. Like it had to be released on some type of level without his permission. You see what I'm saying? Like it had to be like. You ain't gonna leave no 3,000. Like you gonna put what dude name? Lil Yachty. You gonna put Yachty on there? That's why it gotta be. It had to be. It had some type of way. It had to be like you ain't gonna keep 3,000 off.
And the crazy thing is, I also think that was one of the best Ye verses I've heard. Like the first part of that.
Yeah.
The first part. Like when he got to this part, I'm like, nah, whatever. But you know, that first part, I was like, man, Ye is back. Like he done got his head. He done put his head.
He got some verses on the album, though. To me, he got some type verses on the album.
Which song?
Okay. I like man, you know what? I'm terrible with these names. But he got but hold up. The song where
women producers, you know,
where he said this, that, yeah, what's that? That's called Heaven and Hell.
Yeah, Heaven and Hell.
No more logos.
Yeah.
His verse on that.
His flow crazy.
Devil, lay down.
And then like how that beat
levels,
just dropped.
Devils, pay now. Come on, man.
Yeah. Now he snapped to me.
Yo.
That's like that flow, that pattern.
Yeah, the flow.
And then like how the beat dropped on that, and then like how he rolled it. Like yeah. He snapped on that get it to me on the grid.
Off the grid. Yeah.
And then who was that? 5-0 that came in on before him, 505, I think. Like he snapped too.
Pure Souls. I like Pure Souls.
Okay. What about remote control?
What about what?
Remote control.
I love that.
I'm not gonna front. When I heard the leak, I was like, fuck this album. Like when I heard the leak,
yeah,
I was like, man, this album, that was the album. All he had to do was just put 3 tracks in the beginning of the album.
But like I'm saying too, like maybe he was holding that. He might have been holding that for something else. Like you drop the album, then he might, you know how Ye work. That might be a side B that gonna be to some whole shit. Cause I still can't. You're not gonna hold a 3,000. Like,
so
you're not gonna hold that.
It makes it even more pettier that Drake dropped it.
Yeah, but then to me, Drake getting like Drake bigging him up though. Like Drake just put his album, like had that been on the album, Drake just really put it at a classic status.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But
Like,
that, I think that's the petty in it. The petty in it, like, yeah, it'd have been a better album if you would put this on.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
that's the petty in
I
it.
know the credit. But
Exactly.
see,
Yeah, that's
the
the
thing
petty in
about Drake, why I have no respect for Drake. Okay, and I'm finna tell you why. And I should be calling him out wheelchair. What his name? Wheelchair what? Wheelchair Jimmy. You know what I'm
From the
saying?
grassy.
He go back to Wheelchair Jimmy for this one, right? So for any type of petty that comes from Drake, like I don't even want to hear it. Like, man, no, shut up.
I feel that. So let me
I
ask
got
you this. So like overall, how y'all feel about the overall gospel tone that he on now? The
I'm
whole
with it.
I think it's needed. Like you can't, like, especially for this generation, you can't come with no Mahalia Jackson. You know what I'm saying? You can't come with no James Cleveland these days. Like the kids, like, and it's a new sound. You see what I'm saying?
right.
It's not
I'm not,
something that it don't bore you. It's not preachy.
Right.
So, but you get the message. You see what I'm saying? I think he did a great job on that. And what's that church? The church song.
Lord,
Praise
Jesus
God.
Lord is my favorite. That's my favorite song on the entire album. Jesus
Which one?
Lord. Jesus Lord.
Is that the one with Jay
With Jay
Electronica on?
Electronica.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know who.
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Lord. The one with Jay Electronica on it.
Know
And the locks
anybody
on
that needs Jesus? That is my
yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
That to me is the difference between Drake and Kanye. Like you know, I've listened to like maybe 7 or 8 of the songs on Drake's CD. And just within those few songs, I like the song with him and Future, the Way Too Sexy song. And I love Jay-Z's verse on Drake there. But Kanye got songs that I would actually I went back to listen to because I like. I hadn't heard nothing on Drake's yet that I would go back and listen to. Like I've
Me
heard stuff,
either.
I'm like,
That's the whole thing.
that's
Me
cool.
either.
And that's it.
I ain't heard nothing to keep my attention, so I couldn't even finish it. Like the Jay-Z verse, of course. And I wanted to like skip and listen to the Project Pat song, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? The Nas, cause you know I like Project Pat, but I ain't even do that. I ain't even like he bored me.
Pat was on now.
Yeah, I gotta hear Jeff for Pat verse.
Again, it's too long. His flow was kind of dated. I mean, it just sounded like the same old Drake. It didn't sound like nothing phenomenal. Like, I don't understand what's so phenomenal about it. Like, that's my thing. I get it. It's good competition for Kanye. I get it, that part of it. But when it really gets down to the meat of the album,
right.
And even with Kanye stuff, I like some of the songs, but some of it too was a little dated.
Oh, I'll tell you one song got that really, like I said, that stopped it really, that for me giving it, I still like, and I listen to the song, the Junior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I can't get into it. Like I don't, I can't, like that's the one song on there that like
Right.
It just throw me off. Like
yeah. I mean, he got a couple of songs on there I just ride to, like, that it's just, that I wanted to go back to and listen to again.
Yeah, right.
I think it's creative, and it's theatrical. It's like bigger than a rap album.
Yeah.
Right. Even the sound is a big sound.
Yeah.
All the harmonies with the organ and the pipes and the all that.
Yeah, God breathed on me. I love that one too.
Okay.
And he had to do the whole theatrical 3 listening parties. He had to do all of that to lead up to this album. Like it was just all a part of it,
Yeah,
I don't think he could. I don't think he could have just dropped it. Like he had to do that. I don't think he could have just dropped it. I don't think it would have been taken over well if he would have just dropped it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, it had to be a lot of build up, a lot of talk. Because I was expecting him to be saying 666 and Satan come here. Like, I mean, from what I experienced at the listening party, that's what I was expecting.
You went to the listening party, like what was that like?
it was real dark and heavy. Like it wasn't no good vibe.
One of the things about this album, I like the arrangements in it. Like it's bigger than hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than hip hop. You just can't put it with hip hop. You just can't put it with gospel.
Yeah.
I mean, he got elements like, you know, the rock and roll. He got the one with the drill. You know what I'm saying? But it's done on his own, how Kanye do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's some songs that I like. When I first heard it, it was all right. But then when I go back ahead, I'll be like, oh man, that's my shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So okay, this shit is really dope. You know, and I ain't want to come out as like a Kanye fan.
Yeah.
You know,
I like Moon. I'm looking at a list of songs, but the songs that I play again. But it's got a lot of different sounds. Like again, like I said, I think the music gonna sound different after this album. I love how personal the album is. Again, like we listen to his lyrics. If you've been following him, you can tell that you know that he wrote these things about things that's going on in his life and stuff. And I appreciate that for him not just making words sound with words. And he changed his style up a little bit. You know, he do some singing, he do some whatever, but I appreciate him doing that. Like not just saying I'm gonna make a rap album, I'm gonna do what I feel like doing. I appreciate it.
Right, you get Kanye the rapper, Kanye the producer, Kanye the arranger.
Right.
You get Kanye, you get like the whole Kanye. It's art, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of rap ain't art. It's just rap, hip hop, but like you can tell it's conceptualized, put thought into it, it's arranged, all that come, you know. So like I love to see just a visual to it, or like turning certain videos into short movies, 15, 20-minute movies. I can see that with this album.
I'm pleasantly pleased with the album and very surprised that I like what I like on that.
Right. That's me. I'm surprised that I like somebody like you know what I'm saying? Like certain shit I don't know. If anybody else probably would have made it, I probably would have said it.
Probably would have liked it. Right. Right. That's real. That's real.
But like I'm pleasantly surprised.
It's like Ye did it, but he did it the right way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if this somebody else did it, it'll suck, but I don't make a way it don't suck. You know what I'm saying? Like I say jail. Like I don't think nobody could have got away with jail like that. Not no.
Right.
You know, with the sound and the you know, like he followed the script.
The hook alone, like I'm going to jail tonight.
God gonna pay my bail tonight. I mean, like
I like that. What's that song? Oh man, because somebody else singing the hook, it become the hook. Where he say, I guess the truth is what you can't get away with.
Oh yeah.
What song is that?
It's 2 minutes to remember.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. Then like the credits on the album, so it's like, man. Then I like how you can be listening to some and it'll just make that change.
Right.
And then the switch, and then it's unpredictable.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of music I like right there.
Yeah. I like that unpredictable. Like God breathed on this, like when dudes just break in and just do that little singing. Okay.
I like different sounds.
I
don't like textbook. You know, I like to go against the grain. So yeah, definitely. I just want that it ain't even got to be a full album. It could be 3 songs. I would be satisfied with just 3 songs from Andre 3000. Just 3.
Yeah.
3.
And I want him to go in. I don't even want no singing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want him singing. I want some raw Andre 3000 rapping. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the love below. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want the ATL that. I want like Lauryn Hill.
Oh well.
Right now, beggars can't be cute.
You said what?
But beggars can beg. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm throwing the bait out there. You know.
Right.
Like I said, tell them what you want. Be specific. Tell them what
Let's
you
put it
want.
out in the universe. Like Andre, I want to hear you rapping, going in 3 songs. Look, and they can be over 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can be over 5 minutes. You ain't got to stick to the 16.
Like DJ Khaled said, keep going.
Yeah, just go in. Like when
Keep
you finish,
going.
I want to breathe and like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a lyrical workout. I need that.
Right. No, I dig that.
Like his presence is so needed because everybody sound the same. Everybody rap about the same stuff. Like it's just so it's repetitive. Like
Still gonna make me pull my pen out.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point because a lot of us have gotten rusty and dusty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all got rusty and dusty. I'm a national champion.
Like,
y'all got rusty and dusty.
Tell them,
you
Jahbu.
don't know, Jahbu, keep it so sharp.
You know,
keep it so sharp.